So after getting a pretty strong rolled Stormchaser, I decided to go ahead and do a bit of a damage comparison between the Stormchaser and the Cataclysmic. The Stormchaser roll we're going to be rolling with is going to be Clown Cartridge and Frenzy, and the Cataclysmic we have is 4th Time to Charm and Bait and Switch. The buff to Bait and Switch went from 20% to 35% damage buff on your weapon with Bait and Switch active, which is very, very strong. So I wanted to go ahead and put these two top tier DPS linear fusion rifles head to head, compare the two, and see what we got. Now we're over here in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, testing it against the Ogre, which I'm going to let you know right now, this guy can be a little bit annoying testing out the linear just because of the flinch from his laser beam if he's aggroed on you. Now something I want to note, our linear shots in the Cataclysmic clip are close to perfect. They're not like pure perfect, but they're pretty close. Obviously, the only downside of Bait and Switch is having to reproc it a second time throughout the damage phase, which means you're losing time shooting the boss. But for the most part, we did relatively decent on our linear shots, hitting a decent amount of them. And with Bait and Switch being up for almost all of our shots, we hit for a pretty solid, respectable damage number, and that being about 1.2 million. You know, that's really solid, pretty respectable. Keep in mind for this damage test, guys, we're only using Well of Radiance for our buff, nothing else. It's just the Well of Radiance. Now for our Stormchaser, this is where stuff gets a little bit insane. Now I missed way more shots, so I shot a total of 18 Stormchaser bullets. Each shot is considered a 3, so you're basically shooting 3 for 1. So if we shoot 18, multiply that by 3, we technically shoot a total of 54 linear shots in the same amount of time. And the funny thing is that I missed way more with the Stormchaser. I missed about 12 out of the entire 54, meaning about 26% of my mag or my bullets were complete duds and wasted. And yet, if we look at the damage, we still did more with the Stormchaser. That's insane.